bar screen. But I'm not seeing anything on my Twitch page, so let me reload over there. Meanwhile, start up the penny file. Yep, I'm live. Somehow my chat window won't open, so I have to look along with the stream. So, good evening. I might be sneezing more often, and that has to do with the immense amount of dust here. No matter how much you clean it, you always keep on having some dust somewhere after a big renovation. So, renovation almost complete. We just have to wait on 2 machine things. We're already at 4 viewers. And let's see, title. I don't know the title just yet. Let's see if I can make this a bit bigger. I wanted to have a bit more in screen because it's not in screen anymore. Let's see. Unlock it. Put it over here. There we go. That looks better. Yes, I know part of the screen falls off, but that's okay. I will make sure you can see it all at once. There we go. Because I think I already did the title Keuze Stress once, so I need a different title. Nah, I'll think of a title later. Big Penny. And to be honest, I'm not really feeling drawing today. That happens. Sometimes you're just too tired. So, yeah. Edited 2 episodes. And was everywhere, nowhere, and cleaning up everywhere. So I haven't been able to be very creative. Do I want to add some extra text? So if I'm not talkative today, that's because I'm actually quite tired and not feeling very inspirational. So feel free to talk in chat or ask me questions, because if you ask questions, then I might be inclined to answer them. Let's see then. We're gonna make a little. There's a lot of noise outside. No idea why. As far as I know, it's not raining. Oh, that's a long time in traffic jams. We had a lot of traffic jams the past few weeks, and luckily I don't drive. I take my bike, so then you go around all uh, the traffic jams. But it does mean you're getting home tired. Let's see if I can make something out of this. Little palette and a French beret, because you know, if we're going full stereotype, let's go good stereotype. I don't really like the title just yet, so it's probably still gonna change. I still have to make my own Christmas cards. I had a couple of days left, so I decided to just take them. There's one day I want, if all goes well by the way, I want to try and stream the almost entire day for my cover of book 7. And we still don't have a clear idea for the Christmas cards. So in the end it might just become a quick drawing and we'll try again next year. That's a bit typical to keep on doing that, so let's make it a bit higher. Sometimes you have on years, sometimes you have off years, and this is probably going to be the big off year. And of course, I have the capability to just make a quick drawing. So there will be cards. It will probably just be one of my least favorites. And it's just, even with book 6, it just goes so slow. I don't have the energy at all. And I don't know what's causing it. Might be something in my head. See, I can't even get the words. Might be a mental issue, might be a physical issue, it might be just well, this is just life. And waving to one of the secret viewers. It could even be the weather. I mean, I even haven't had any energy to start up the 3D printer. And that thing prints on its own. I also have a story to tell, and I will make a penny about it in the future. Just not right now because of how fresh the story is, and it was quite a lot of aggression. So last week I was in a new store, and you know, new stores, a lot of people want to buy there, and there always a shortage of people, always. So I was in the line, and I was the 4th in line, so I had, or was I the 5th? I think I was either the 4th or 5th in line, so you know, 3 or 4 people in front of me, and you know, it goes quite fast. They're doing the best they can. And someone was behind me, and they were like, "Ah, oh, you can't be serious. There's only one cash register open. Oh no, come on, open another cash register." And I was like, "Hey, she seems like to be in a hurry." So I turned her like, "Feel free to go ahead." What? What do you mean? Well, you seem to be in a hurry, so I was like, "Feel free to go ahead. I'm not in a hurry." What? No, you're being weird, and why are you doing this? Stop being so weird. Why do you even talk to me? And I was like, okay. And it escalated more and more. That woman was really escalating it. I was being wrong, and I should stop with talking. And what the heck was I thinking to even talk to her? So I was like, well, I do apologize, and I was doing the right thing. I was trying to be nice. But apparently that was a wrong thought, and she was like, well, apology accepted. Well, you did not accept my apology. I'm not stupid. So I was being shouted at because I wanted to let someone cut the line. And I was not shouted at by someone who would be, who would be in a disadvantage, that they would wait longer. No, they could wait shorter. So I tried to explain it. Well, they are still looking for people to work here. And the rest that I wanted to say is so that they probably have a shortage of employees. But no, she immediately cut me off like, well, then you go work here. I have a job. And I was like, apparently you don't have a job in customer service world or where you have to work with people. Because if you would, then you would be silent and not complain about having to wait in total 3 minutes, perhaps. And yes, I'm being lazy, so I'm doing this again. I need to be slightly smaller so they seem different. There we go. So yeah, hereby my advice: if someone complains about the waiting time and you want to do something nice, just don't offer them to go first. Because apparently that's the biggest insult you can give them. Apparently you should complain to other customers, to the cashiers, that they're being slow, and they should hire more people, and they should open a cash register when they want it. You know. So I don't know if I met a Karen. If it was a Karen, I was like, okay, please get a hobby and stop being mean to customer service employees or people in line or people in general. So she probably has a different version of this story. Like there was this weird lady who complained that she was asking for another register, that she wasn't being unreasonable. So that's probably her story. And that I probably told her to work there, which I didn't. I just wanted to say something, and then I was interrupted. So yeah. I talked about it with other people, and they were like, some people just don't want to be happy. They just want to see the world burn. So again, my advice: if someone complains about the waiting time, let them complain. She was, by the way, very silent afterwards, after our altercation, which took about 3 minutes. So never be nice. Never offer someone your spot in line. They won't be grateful for it. So yeah, there are always two sides of a story. I'm well aware. In my case, I thought I was doing the nice thing, being nice. She probably thought I was mocking her. Because why else would you feel insulted by someone offering your spot in line? No, it was okay. It wasn't that cold, but it wasn't hot enough for the back to winter outfit. So the reason why I won't make that comic this week is because it took place in my town. She might read this and then she's like, oh, she's mocking me in public. Now everyone knows who I am. And I'm like, well, you know me. I always think about anonymity, so I will never make people recognizable. But, if someone is that upset about being in front of someone or being allowed to cut the line, then they probably think that I'm calling them out personally with name, date of birth, something like that. Okay. When talking about book 6, I am in my favorite part of the story because it's based upon a dream I had. I always like that if I can incorporate dreams into my stories. Oh, that's a bit too big. Also notice that people at work, at customer service work, actual customer service, people are also very impatient. I'm calling right now. I want service right now. We even had let's call it an open evening where customers could come and then what would you prefer us to do? How do you think we can improve our service? And the major response was, uh, if I want to call you, you have to be able to call you guys. So if I want to call in the evening, there has to be people to answer the phone. If I want to call in the morning, there has to be someone answering the phone. If I want to call in the middle of the night, someone has to answer the phone. And I'm like, yeah, sure, that would be nice. However, you need to pay those people. I mean, then you would have people available 24/7. And we currently have about 60 people working on the floor. And we can't handle that. So that if we want to have more people available, we need at least 60 more people. Who's going to pay for those? Because the company I work for doesn't have a profit goal. They have a service goal. So that means that all the profit, quotation marks, go right back into the company and to technically the clients, the ones who say we have to be available 24/7. So that means that if we want to have more employees, That means we have to be available more often and have more people. Those people need to be paid. So that means that the fees that the clients pay will have to increase as well. So then you have the dilemma, do you want 24/7 availability? Yes. But do you want the price to be increased? No. Then we're in an impasse. So that's what people forget. If you want more servers, you have to pay for it. There are people who have to be available for you. You can't have A and B. It's like that free circle. You can have fast service, good service, or cheap service. You can never have all free. No, that more looks more like a baguette. Um, I don't want a. I want a flat brush this time. So if they think all sort of fun is bad, they get distasteful things to enjoy because that is bad. Because fun is bad. Okay. I did manage to do a little bit of creativity yesterday. Someone machine embroidered a little nyan cat, and they gave me the test scrap and like, do with it what you want. So I put it in a frame and glued a few rhinestones with it. Apparently, due to the bad lighting, there are two colors of white, but well, it gives a little bit of life anyway. So now I have a little nyan cat painting with little rhinestones around it. Do I want to? Let's try and have some fun. So first of all, let's give the background the greenish wash. That's the wrong layer. I need to do that on a new layer painting because I want to do some creativity. Doesn't have to be perfect already. Can be a work in progress. Now more orange. It's been chilly the past few days. But I don't think the summer is over just yet. I think we'll have another late summer. And I'm doing my best to create more little custom bags for my Fantasy Fest sales. Also creating little stickers as freebies. And those stickers are made with stamps, so they're all homemade. But I might not be able to finish it all in time. I mean, like I said, I still have my day job. There we go. Painting. I'm gonna hide it for now. Don't worry, it will return. That's a bit weird hair or head. But I do hope that people will like the cheap free stickers, or well, cheap, the homemade stickers. They're just stamped on colored paper, but the paper is also hand colored. We're with 6 people today. I'm not used to that. That's a lot of people. And the next segment and what I'm going to say is not a complaint. But we noticed that the medals of the sluisloop, the running competition, were the same as last year. They only put a sticker with new data over it. Our reasoning is that last year it was so immensely hot that a lot of people decided not to show up. So then you have a very beautiful engraved medal and no one to give it to. So they probably just reused those medals, which makes sense. I mean, making those medals is not cheap. They're beautiful medals. So they just put a sticker over an engravement and we're fine with that. But it was fun to deduct, like, this medal looks familiar. Why does it look familiar? Why does it have a sticker? It's always engraved. So we were like little detective about it. And I also found out that the ice cream store over there has lactose-free ice, sorbet ice. So also hydrate. So I think this is going to be the art, including painting here. And seems like I missed the line. Oh, pardon me. I'm suffocating in air. Okay, coloring. Right, focus. And I just drew a random building that can be interpreted as any building. But seriously, that many events on one day. Someone did not check before they planned. Or they were like, ooh, we have no overlap in visitors. Well, now you certainly don't have, because, well, they couldn't be at A and B at the same time. Sure, the competition is like, well, if you start and then the finish, then the big match, the 10K, then you would have an hour, and then you can go to other places first and after. But the art fair is, well, it's quite big, so you need a couple of hours to just be there. Yeah, that's gonna be hand painted. They were also silver. Yes, I know that the title is strange, but it has to do with whatchamacallit, with Restream. Restream keeps on changing the title, and I gave up on it. I don't want to have to go back into the settings, change the title, and then have to change it again when it's on the stream again. So just keep the title stream as it is. Don't worry about it. There are I'm not a professional enough though to that have people that care about it. I want it a bit grayish brown. Starting to feel my arm from repetitive motion. And that has to do with the cold. Here we go, little Ethan. And fix, because I see those pixels, and in print you would never see these pixels. Nobody would care, but I would see them. I have my own priorities. And their little map is going to be yellowish. Shading will be done later with the annos. Brush is going to be And I know there are a lot of different color brushes, but you know, just for stereotype's sake. Way too thin paint, so that's not very smart. Okay. Mouse will be done last. And yes, our favorite little comic runner wasn't a new record, but it was a very good run. Something that was worked very hard for. And we are very proud of them. Yeah, he had a more whitish shirt. Let's color this by hand. And I know there's a little dot over here, but that's technically his sock. And his sock was white at the beginning of the match. There we go. And no, I'm not going to mention the number, privacy reasons. So anyway, in a couple of weeks when we don't have any news to mention, I will probably make that comic bug out the aggressive Karen. I'm gonna summarize it for now like that. When it comes to Sunday streams, probably gonna cancel it for a couple of months because A, I have a student coming over. B, I have a Fantasy Fest coming up. C, I have a house to clean up. And just hooking up everything is just too much for me. I think it's too light. Let's see if I can darken it slightly. There we go. So now we go Anno coloring and Ethan shirt. So no, our favorite little runner was not top 3, wasn't even top 10. It was a personal record, and that's way more important than that 1, 2, 3 placement. That was not the goal, that was not the intention. And don't worry, the cross streams will return. I might even do an impromptu one, like, okay, I am in the mood for it now. But the cross streams were always an extra. Never the main goal. Besides, my most viewed videos are, whatchamacallit it again? My speed streams anyway. Okay. And now make it lighter. Saturation a bit lower. It's a bit too bright. There we go. And then we're going to duplicate the layer for some shading. And now some smaller shading. But at least I managed to do some small crafting with a little print of Nyan Cat. At least gives you some sense of accomplishment. You finished something, even though it was miniature. Anyway, talking about the final frame again, and especially the ice cream, I can recommend blood orange ice cream. It is very nice. You know me, my subjects go left and right unplanned. Okay, and now some blue. Now some let's first make it one color. Then we're going to make it connected and make that brownish gray. There we go. And then we make a connected gradient. And we need to do it the other way around. And then we need, actually I need a layer on top of the layer, and that's not going to happen, so I'm just going to do it like this. Filter, compitones. And I now need to transform, skew. And then let's see if I can add other compitones over here. Because I should have some houses. Okay, that's a bit too small. Nah, not working, not working. And then I'm just gonna probably add some trees. Should have some trees somewhere. Do I still have trees in here? Natural brushes. Can I have copyright brushes? Trees. Append. Zoop. Nope. Nope. I'm just gonna make it lighter. There we go. I need some more with those trees. Does it help if I add a layer effect? Texture and pattern overlay. There we go. Way better. Hydrate. Oops. Seems like I missed the spot. But that's okay. If I'm correct, and if I get my normal brush. Whoop, there we go. Magic. And that leaves 2 more frames. Where's my mouse? Here's my mouse. And it took about an hour to do this whole. Not bad for someone who is absolutely not in the mood. So we're gonna add text. Let's see. Here. Okay, let's see if we can move around with the text. Okay, so this is gonna be the text check version. Let me turn that off. Get it more in screen. Zoop. See? Meanwhile, I'll start up this file. Oops, sorry, wrong screen. Waiting for it, downloading. There we go. It's still loading, sorry. There we go. Meanwhile, let's write the text check while you guys all look at it. It's the 17th. Was that a scream or a cat? At least not our cat. Well, not the most interesting text, but you know, it's a text. That meow wasn't a meow. That was more a meow. Okay. Text okay again. Okay. So text check enough. So this can close. Yep, I forgot the ad. First of all, we're going to save this. And I'm going to try something. An experiment. So people are like, why are they upset again now? What's happening this time? Someone is being upset again. See, no issues with saving. So it might have to do with the snipping tool. So let's go to Clip Studio Paint. And there was an image I wanted to draw, and that can count for next year's mermaid. And I think I'm going to try and make it symmetric. So that means first new layer. That was the mistake I made with Blastoise. That I also still have to print. Symmetry. Good. And I'm first going to get slightly more easier. Slightly more. Of course, I could also move the symmetry line. That's also the possibility, you know? So it's my jellyfish princess, queen, whatever. And I need my normal G-pen. So if you didn't want to get any previews for next year, I do apologize. You're getting a preview now. Let's see. Let's first get these out of the way. To make them slightly thicker, so it's gonna be easier to print, and of course easier to paint. Oh, I actually like that. Not intended, but it is what it's gonna be. And this symmetry tool just makes it a lot easier to get everything symmetric. Downside of the symmetry tool, by the way, is that you can't erase. If you want to erase something, you need to do it on both sides separately. I don't like those hands. That's something I don't like about the symmetry tool, that you can't erase symmetrically. And this dress is slightly, very slightly inspired by Cinderella's dress. You know, the one the evil stepsisters tore apart, but then it is from the before the mice altered it. Okay, and then we have the eyes. Let's see, copy layer. Well, link ruler to all layers, so then technically, does this work? Nope, 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 nope. I want to copy the ruler. Show in all layers. Does this... Oh, good, 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 good. Oh, I actually like that, but that's something that artists can decide for themselves. So the symmetry tool is just to make it a bit easier on myself. Giving me time to do something else. Giving me a feeling of accomplishment. And now the big issue comes because, you know, what happens if I made an error or something doesn't work right? I have to redraw it or whatever, correct it. Okay, and now I noticed a little line is missing. And I see that I also added a little bit too much light color. Okay, and then this one, and oh, so it symmetry selects. Okay, cool, but delete. And I really don't like it up here either. But if we can select something symmetrical, then I should be able to delete it symmetrical. And here I just need to there we go. Because of course I colored on the wrong layer. This is probably not gonna... Wait, just checking. No. You can only symmetrically delete something if you select it. Okay. Let's see how many things I need to correct. I already hate these lines with the hands. And yes, I know I'm drawing only 4 fingers, but honestly, you can't see the 5th, no matter how hard you try. And by the way, if you don't want to turn this into a jellyfish, feel free to turn this into a mushroom girl. PNG. And let's see, how much do I need to change converter? Has issues with finding the site? Please don't tell me the site is forever gone. That would really upset me. Server not found. Why is the site not found? There we go. Phew! Got me scared for a moment. Upload file. We need centimeters. We need height 100. Depth 3. Extrude. Invert output. And with options we need the white transparency and enable smoothing. Will I make a coin for her? Yeah, all the characters do have coins, don't they? Fine, I'll make a coin for her afterwards. Okay, let's see. There are all the things open that I want to be open. Okay, Princess Jellyfish is perfect. Download, close, and I always take the zip file. Well, I can only do the STL. So, first of all, she's done. That's nice. And then I'm going to create a coin for her. Or I'm going to take one of the water ones. No, I'm gonna make a new one. Because it needs to match. So the first thing I'm going to do is name it jellyfish. Then I'm going to merge visible. And then I'm going to do the evil one. And delete. And then I'm going to color dropper, delete, and fill. There we go. That's the base. What I actually want, and I'm not sure if it's gonna work, so we just have to gonna try. I wanna follow the lines. Oh, that doesn't look good. Follow the lines. Doesn't look good. Okay, I need a guideline. There we go. Stroke path. Thank you. And let's see, I want to make a couple of thick lines. That's a bit too thickish. And then a couple of thinner lines. That one looks weird. And let's see if I can make it fit a bit better. There's going to be a lot of coins available next year. So the coin sets that I have twice a year are really going to be big. But if you collect all the other ones, then you don't need to buy the coin sets separately. Almost forgot the wrong depth thingies. Do I need to turn off the invert output now? Okay, then how does this look? Perfect. Might need to do some smoothing in the back. But usually you fill that with paint anyway. Okay, so we have jellyfish done, and it's already, how long am I streaming already? Let's check. An hour and a half. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. Another one to the to print list, or am I going to do another one? the other ones do have coins as well. Well, let's. No, I'm gonna take care of myself. I'm gonna call it a night for today. So thank you for being here. Really enjoyed it. Another stream next week, and expect, but not certainty, in the week after Fantasy Fest. So that's after the 12th of October. I want to see if it's possible to stream full day, and that's mostly gonna be my cover stream, and I'm probably gonna cut the stream after each hour so I can make multiple speed streams so I can fill in holes whenever needed. I also have 2 weeks off in November, and then I'm probably gonna be paint all the time. Most things that I need to do 3D printing for next year are done. Not everything, of course. Lots of testing to do, lots of painting to do. I still need to do a couple of characters. So I'll be seeing you. Thank you for joining me. Whenever the next time is gonna be. Bye bye.